Today we're going to be taking a look at the 3.0 update for the HX STOMP. What's up everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylor and I do all sorts of guitar related stuff like this on my channel. If that's something you enjoy, make sure to subscribe and click the bell notification icon so you don't miss any of my uploads. Alright guys, so I was in the middle of making another video, and when I found out that Line 6 had released the 3.0 update for the HX STOMP, I stopped in the middle of that video, as you can tell by the awesome mess of stuff that is behind me, so I could get this video out right away because I have received a ton of comments and questions about the HX STOMP and whether I thought 6 blocks or not was a limitation. With the 3.0 update, Line 6 has not only added a couple new amps and a couple new cabinets and a bunch of effects, but a ton of functionality features, including now being able to add 8 blocks to your signal chain instead of 6. So there's a few things that I'm really interested in with this update that we're going to cover in this video. Number one, I want to look at the new drive pedals, the Horizon drive, which is based off the Horizon Precision drive pedal, and also the Swedish chainsaw, which is based off the legendary Boss HM-2 pedal. Number two, I really want to check out both the Lead and the Mega channels on the new Diezel VH4 that they added. And last but certainly not least, I really want to check to see if we can add 8 blocks into our signal chain and how the DSP handles that. And then at the end of this video, just for good measure, we're going to listen to what the new Diezel VH4 models sound like in a mix. But before we get started, there's a couple things that I want to mention. If you like my videos, make sure you're subscribed, make sure you have the bell notification icon on so you get notified when I make videos like this. And if you really like my videos and you want to help me keep making them, there is a support section in the description below with all sorts of things like affiliate links, links to my Patreon, links to my band merch, and all sorts of stuff like that. And if you could go down there and check it out, it would really mean a lot to me. Alright, so with all that out of the way, let's hook this guy up and get it updated and see how good the 3.0 update actually is. Okay, so I've got my Helix hooked up to my computer and we're gonna go ahead and update this guy. And I'm on version 2.91, so I haven't updated my HX in quite a while. So it is installing the firmware update, and while it is doing that, I'm gonna go grab my coffee. Waiting for this thing to update here, like, woo. Oh, hey, it's going. Okay, so I have the HX Edit software opened up here, and we're gonna clear out this signal chain. The first thing I'm gonna do here is I want to add in this precision drive, 𝗀𝘂𝗽𝗋𝗮, heir apparent, 𝗷𝗵𝗹𝗶, Horizon. Ha, there we go. Man, this is really sweet. Okay, we'll come back to that there in a minute. It's just something that I'm preemptively loading because I know I'm gonna end up using it. And here we go. Das Benzin Mega. And of course we're gonna need an IR on this. So let's go impulse response here. And then we're gonna select the sizzle. Pretty sweet. Okay, so I think I have some weird things going on with this gate here. Man, it is really tight though. Let's turn the gate all the way down. Okay, so you could hear that is the gate on the input clamping down, and it's clamping down just a hair later. But then let's turn the extended gate on the precision drive all the way up and super tight. Okay, the precision drive is really cool. I like it a lot. But let's turn it off here and just hear what the amp sounds like. VH4 4 amp is really awesome. I'm super surprised. I mean, I guess I'm not that surprised. I'm really enjoying this quite a bit. And these are just at the stock settings. Let's go through and tweak this guy here a little bit. I'm gonna kill the drive a hair. Let's bump up these mids. I mean, everything sounds pretty good. Maybe take some of that fizz out with the presence. And then we have this deep parameter. One of the really cool things about the Helix technology, you know, that's in the HX Stomp and the Helix products, and even the Pod Go for that matter. On some of these models, it really adds parameters from the actual amps. Like on the Rev amps, for example, how you have the aggression switch. Well, this has deep. Which sounds a lot like resonance control. Let's tighten up some of the sag a little bit. Man, it sounds awesome. Okay, let's turn the precision drive back on. Killer. Okay, let's try out the HM-2 on this guy here. Ooh. It's really interesting settings that they have here for the default settings. I mean, look, they have the drive at 6.2, the bass at 5.0, the treble at 7, and the level at 6. It's not dimed. Man, I think that sounds absolutely awesome in front of that amp here. But if you ask the Tone neckbeards, they will tell you that the HM-2 is supposed to be ran in front of a clean amp. So let's put in one of these new clean amps that they have here, the US Princess. There's that HM-2 tone. Let's go here and dime everything just for funsies. I have a feeling this is not gonna sound very good, but let's try it. Man, Line 6 really nailed the HM-2. I think Line 6 was really smart to add this in because there's been this resurgence, at least in my opinion, there's been this resurgence in HM-2 tone over the last few years. Really smart on their part, and it really shows that they're paying attention to guitar culture and the guitar community as a whole to add that in. So I think that's really cool. Okay, I wanna try something here. We're gonna go back to the amp and we're gonna look at this other VH4 here, the lead channel. And we're actually gonna put the HM-2 after this And we're gonna knock back these guys here a little bit. Okay, what I was trying to do there is sort of simulate something my buddy Shay over at TMD Pedals showed me a couple weeks ago. And what he was showing me was using an HM-2 style pedal in the effects loop of an amp and how you can really use it to bump your mids very subtly, and it adds kind of a cool effect. And even though I'm not really getting that here, it's still just kind of cool and interesting that, you know, you can place an HM-2 after your amp and it still sounds pretty decent. Okay, let's add a bunch of effects blocks in here and see if we can take advantage of all 8 blocks. Let's go back to the precision drive for the drive pedal here. Man, I really like this drive pedal a lot. Sounds awesome. Okay, let's keep going here. What are we at? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna be the 5th one. Let's add in let's check out one of these new pitch shifters here. Oh, I can't use them. I can't use any of the poly stuff. That's interesting. I wonder why that is. Okay, let's try a new patch here. We're gonna go with, we're just gonna get rid of everything. And then we're gonna see if we can add these in. Now we can add these in. Okay, so this is kind of important and it might be a bummer here. It seems like we're running out of DSP just by adding in like an amp. Here, I'll just add in, let's add in that new VH4 amp, and then let's try and add in like a poly something or other. Okay, I can still do it. So we run out of DSP really quick, and that's gonna be the limitation here with the HX Stomp is even though you can get 8 blocks on there, you might not even be able to use all 8 blocks because you run out of DSP. So I think that's really important to know if you're looking at these new effects and thinking to yourself like, whoa, I can build these really complex signal chains. You're probably gonna run out of processing power before you are able to fill up all 8 blocks. But let's see what we can do with it anyways. I can't even use the higher resolution impulse responses because I am out of DSP. Okay, so even though the poly stuff is really cool and it does sound really good, it just eats up all that DSP, so that's why I'm not able to add it in here. But let's see if we can get up to 8 blocks anyways, so I'm just gonna add like a simple pitch in here. I'm not trying to make anything really super interesting. I'm just trying to see what I can get away with. Very bizarre chain going on here. And then look, by the time I get to, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks. So by the time I get to a 7th block, there's not anything I can really add anyways. Okay, let's try maybe not the glitch delay. Maybe we could just do a simple delay. I mean, we're really limited here on what we could do, like modulation. Maybe we wanted to add in EQ, we could do that. We can add a filter. Let's add in a filter. But no reverb or anything, man, that's just such a big disappointment. And then let's see if we can add in some sort of mod. We'll add in a phaser. And then, yeah, again, we're just really limited here on what we can do. Okay, let's try doing something else here, and I want to see how fast I run out of DSP, because I mean, if you just really need simple things with these blocks, then, you know, you can use all 8, but most likely you're gonna end up running out of processing power before you even get to 8 blocks. So that is a big limitation on the HX Stomp there. But also look at the size of it, you know, it's tiny, so what do you expect? Okay, so I know there's a ton of stuff I didn't go over, and there's a bunch of technical stuff, but like I said, I just really wanted to focus on those amps and the HM-2 and the precision drive that they added in here, and I think they sound excellent. They're really awesome. It is kind of disappointing that you run out of processing power so fast and you can't build more complex signal chains, but I think that's one of the reasons that the HX Stomp is in the price range that it is. And if you wanted to build those more complex effects chains, you are gonna have to buy, you know, the Helix or the Helix Lite. It just is what it is. It really makes me interested to see what they do with the Pod Go, because I bet the Pod Go has even more limitations on its processing power if I had to guess. Okay, so with all that said, I still want to hear what these amps sound like in a mix, and I'm sure you guys do too, so we're gonna do that right now. And what we'll do is we'll go back and forth in between the Lead and the Mega channels, and we will boost them both with the precision drive. All right, let's do it. All right, what do you guys think of the Line 6 HX Stomp 3.0 update? Do you like the precision drive and the HM-2 emulation? Do you like the Diezel VH4 emulation? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much to my patrons. Your contribution is greatly appreciated. And if you'd like to help me keep making videos like this, there is a link to my Patreon down in the description below. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.